Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Captive Minecraft. In the last episode, we were searching around for advancements to do, and yeah, here is our list. I don't remember exactly what we did, I'll be perfectly honest. We got some crying obsidian, I remember that. We need more of that to get the respawn anchor, but it's not the most fun thing to do. We did get some toads to spawn in, and that means we can do both of these advancements if we want to, which we'll get to at some point, I'm sure. And yeah, we mostly need to get more advancements so we can unlock the Nether Fortress. And once we can get to the Nether Fortress, we can get blaze rods, which means we can get potions. We can come in here and potentially we can find enough ender pearls. We need 12 ender pearls for this thing. But I've been exploring around a little bit, and last episode I mentioned because was it last episode we made? All right, we have that. We need to deal with that. But was it last episode that I mentioned that I made the diamond armor? I think it was. I don't remember. I record these in batches usually, and it's been a little bit. And so yeah, the plan today is we're gonna sleep in this bed down here because we're gonna go to the ancient city. We're also gonna go take care of that silverfish spawner because there's no reason to keep it. I'll be honest, silverfish are terrible. Don't like them, don't recommend. They spawn at any light level. Doesn't matter if there is stone brick. Alright, I need to get rid of that at some point. But around here somewhere there is a bunch of skulk, which is fine. This stuff is terrible, but not the worst. There is our library. We can't get the last chest in here. It's right up there. But basically, we're going to go to the ancient city because I found a chest. But let's go find that the silverfish spawner, and we're gonna break it because there's no reason to keep it. Like I said, we could turn it into a different spawner with spawn eggs. However, not only is this one really out of the way, there is a couple other ones that we could use that would be easier. But yeah, silverfish are just too annoying to deal with, so we're just gonna get rid of it. So yeah, we need a lot of ender pearls for this thing, and I don't believe there's much in this chest, if anything. Oh, never mind. We have all the ender pearls we need. We have 6 more up top, so we just need to get blaze rods, and we can go to the end. I don't know what the end's going to be like, but we need to get a couple more advancements. So I could grind out some of the more annoying ones to do. Get space for the frogs and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is somewhere around here there is some skulk. And I dislike those, for the record. So we came down here, and there is the ancient city. So normal mobs will not spawn down here. However, somewhere, is it back there? I actually don't know for sure. But we need to stay away from those. I don't know. It would probably be an adventure. We need to kill a mob near a Skulk Catalyst. We need to... There's 20 more mobs that we need to defeat. That's going to take a while. But yeah, there is a couple issues. I don't want to spawn a warden. So I have 47 wool. Wool does help with the ancient city. And I've played around with one of these like once, but it was modded and I was very much not scared. So that is very different than what we're doing here. But yeah, there's catalysts or shriekers. Those are catalysts. Those. So I want to try to figure out. I think we're safe up here just to walk around. I don't think we need to crouch up here other than to not fall down there. There is no normal mob spawns down here because that would activate shriekers constantly. There is ways to quote-unquote deal with the Shriekers. But I came down here to get a bunch of levels at one point, and I found, I think it'd be over here. Yeah, so this was full of skulk, and I broke a lot of it. I think that goes back to where I was. And is that... Okay, that's a catalyst. I was like, is that a sensor next to a Shrieker? That's rude. But we can explore around here a little bit. There's some redstone sitting around. Some gravel ready to fall. Does block updating... Okay. It does. It does go through the world border. I actually wasn't sure if that would be the case, but didn't reveal anything of importance, and honestly, we can't get to it anyway. So, somewhere in this area, there was skulk that I broke that led to a hole into the ancient city. And that's what I'm trying to find. I feel like it was down this way. No, because that is just straight up the path we were just at. I explored this place, and it is a maze. Is this the only path? No, there's got to be more. Okay, so let's explore around the stronghold a little bit and see if I can't figure out where I was. Because I do get very lost in here. Does this go downwards at any point? It does here. This is the... Yep. I almost want to just break that and call it a day, but... There's got to be a place with a giant hole that leads straight down to the ancient city. So this was all that, and this is the library. It wasn't in here because it was actual skulk, not just the veins, or I think that's what they're called. They're gross. So yeah, this area is only slightly confusing. This is back to the entrance. Okay, so I must have gone up, and then we'll just kind of stick to the left, I guess. Nope, that doesn't go anywhere. But we can just head down there, to be perfectly honest. I don't have much on us that I'm too worried about losing. So that is kind of, like, we're kind of in the mode of, if we lose everything, oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Our armor is about to break. Like, it's whatever. So, you know what, let's just go down to the ancient city. I don't remember where that path was. Maybe it was outside. Let's check this direction, because I haven't gone this way too far. And I feel like it goes back into the skulk. Yeah, it does. Okay, this must have been where it was. Yes, it's right here. So, right down there is a chest surrounded by sensors, and luckily I don't see any Shriekers, but we'd have to get down there. And that is always a problem, because ancient cities typically have that whole, you know, it's gonna be, I don't want to mine ores if I can help it, because I don't have my good pickaxe. But ancient cities are always big caverns, and that means it is difficult to get down here. Now, if we do spawn a warden, we have two choices. We could just die, and that would be okay. I'm going to try to light things up for you guys because it is dark. Okay, so I can't tell what's behind that block, but I think we're mostly safe here. I don't know what the range of sound is. I've never worked too much with the... Okay, I think we're good. I actually think we're good. So, I have a bunch of blocks. Let's go ahead and switch these out. We're going to try to get down here a little bit. And this is terrifying. Also, I don't know if these are anything or not. But let's just drop down. Okay, cool. So this should be fine. And I know placing cobblestone is risky down here. But at the same time, I think this thing is safe. We're going to switch now to all this stuff. But I want to see what's in the chest. Chests are kind of important right now because they are going to give us what... Like, we're going to be able to get things that we need from chests rather than... No shrieker. Okay. We can just break all these. There is a catalyst here. And we can put a torch down. Alright, I do want to see, can we pick this thing up? I don't know what the rules are. No. Okay. I think we need Silk Touch. It's something I should probably look into. Is there another sensor around here? Also, for the record, we are at -49, so we're pretty close to the bottom of the world. Okay. Let's find out the easy way. Okay, there is still a sensor over this way, I thought. Is it like underneath? Yes, it is. Weird. Okay. So we're also going to get some levels down here, which is pretty nice. That is a weird placement. Okay, so what do we have? We have a mending unbreaking hoe. That is pretty good. Lead candle, potion of regeneration, disc fragments. Okay, nothing too important with this one. I do like the unbreaking mending hoe. That is kind of nice. So let's explore around down here a little bit more. It's not going to be too dangerous as long as we don't make any noise. That's the trick. Because wardens. I am gonna be honest, I am terrified of wardens. They are very dangerous, and while okay, so for a little bit of my experience with this stuff. I played modded. I played a little bit of all the mods 8 on my own, just kind of doing whatever I wanted in that, and I always struggle with those types of mod packs because if I don't have structure, I tend to not know what to do. I tend to... Okay, we have a shrieker. We secure the shrieker. Very different thing. I think that's only 1 or 2. I'm hoping... What do I dare do? Just insulate the chest a little bit. Alright. Again, not really anything of interest. Alright. Yeah. So I played all the mods 8, and in that you kind of can get powerful enough that defeating wardens is not that big of an issue. So that's kind of what my experience with that was. The We're gonna get out of here for a minute, by the way. The only other time I've really messed around with wardens is I did play decked out, which if you don't know, there is a server known as Hermitcraft. If you watch Minecraft videos and you don't know about Hermitcraft, that's kind of surprising. It's very popular. A lot of a lot of actually big YouTubers are on there, and one of them, Tango Tech, made a game called Decked Out, and in it, in the lower portions, it's basically a dungeon crawler. It's based off of a game called Clank, I do believe is what it's called. We can just run out of here. And basically, the oh my gosh, that's wool, and also where our torch was. Basically, the game is a dungeon crawler. As you go deeper, usually the first few floors are just Ravagers, and you have to deal with a bunch of Ravagers blocking your path and trying to, eat you. But as you get deeper in the dungeon, it gets more difficult. And in the lower areas of the dungeon, there are wardens. So I did play around a little bit with that, but that's a much different kind of situation. You go in with nothing, and it's very much take your time, slow down, all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and put these chests here. I'm not going to take the diamond hoe with me, but let's just get rid of all this stuff. And you know what? We're not. Let's eat one steak, and then we'll just use the bread. All right. So I don't know if we'll actually find anything down here. Finding chests is kind of gonna be important, just because that's how we can get things like we can get like kelp or things that we normally wouldn't be able to acquire. The main way to do all that is going to be through, this is weird. Let's also light it up a little bit because it is very dark down here. It is deep dark, but we need some of the items we need to get. Probably going to be best to get it through chests rather than anything else. So there is a catalyst here, and I think this is how we're supposed to get it spreads. Perfect. So it had a way for us. I wondered. That is a really easy, clever way to help the player out. Get it spreads. So what is in this chest? I'm gonna melon seeds. Do we have melons? Hold up. I don't know that we have melons. We do not. That is very important. Okay. So let's once again just get out of here. But we got it spread, so there is a little bit more space. Let's just see if there's anything of interest over here. I don't know how far we're actually going to be able to get with the advancements in terms of like how much space we're going to acquire, because that's a question and a half, because we have a weird half block, and I don't understand why we have the half block when everything else has given us a full block. But I'm not going to complain too much. More space is more space. But we did get another advancement. It's like the only one down here that we can actually get. And getting the melon seeds is really important. So that is our ticket to another food. Also, if we want to, in the future, make things like regeneration potions, gotta have melon for that. Right? No, healing potions. Healing potions is glistering melon. Regeneration potions are gas tiers, which we have a way to get gas. But yeah, at this point, we kind of need to do some of the more annoying advancements. Probably will have to bring a ghast into the overworld here soon. Got to do all the stuff with the frogs. I'll probably set that up for next episode, and we'll start off with that rather than me doing any of that right now. I'll be blunt. This is being recorded day of. I try not to do that too often, but it happens. Yeah, the frogs. I really despise everything here, everything that this place stands for. The frogs will give us 2 more advancements if we do everything with them. Alright, is this going to actually go anywhere, or is it just a waste of time? Oh, it's... Hi. It went into the stronghold. I almost said fortress. Okay, I knew about this, I think. Let's break this side. This is an area I haven't actually been to. Okay, let's explore around here a little bit. I hear some skeletons. They might be further above. But this looks like a place I've been. Yeah, this is very much a place I've been. Another catalyst. So the fortress, I said it again. The stronghold is actually quite large. I also don't have all of those wonderful coal to make more torches. Okay, that just goes into that. Okay, I think what I want to do is I want to break the catalyst, because that will give us a little bit of experience, and more experience is more better. These must be towers, so I do wonder if there's anything in the tops of them. There's literally diamond right there. I'm gonna do this so that I can see it, and I will come back down off camera between episodes, however you want to say it, and grab those diamonds. So yeah, I heard a lot of skeletons. But I don't know where they're at. Let's just kill that water. They sound above me? And there is some more skulk there. Interesting. So we don't have any more torches, unfortunately. Unless we can find some coal. Let's just see what's above us. Because there's definitely a lot of... There's a dungeon. Alright. So we have a dungeon. Let's see if we can't figure out how to get back to... anything. I know we've been to this area. So it's kind of a matter of... Okay, we went... This is, I mean, definitely us. Okay, so I know how to get back up to our chest that we just made from here. So we should be able to get some more torches, and I'm pretty sure that was a that was a skeleton spawner. So let's grab some coal. Make a bunch of torches. I'm going to keep some coal on me. And let's go back over to that area. So if we just go across here, I'm kind of mad at myself for not making this like one straight line, but oh well. So if we come down here back into the place, this is where I get lost. It's not that way, it's this way, right? And then we go back up, and then let's put a torch there. Let's also eat some bread. We are going to be fairly weak. Skeletons are both a good thing and a bad thing when it comes to mob spawners, because on one hand, yeah, skeletons like to attack each other, but skeletons are also a pain to deal with. Alright, let's... yeah. Golden apple. Hey, that's something we need. Just loot the chest, I guess. And new. Let's stop using the wool. The wool is a little bit precious, just because it takes a little bit to get it. Alright, so skeletons. And another spawner down here. Alright, what else do we have? Melon seeds. Nothing else that's super important. And yeah, that's all that's here. Cool. So there is a lot to explore. Another spawner that honestly probably never use, but I'm not going to break this one. We have 27 levels. Something that I should probably do at some point is I should probably do something. I think I'm pretty sure that we found a what's it called, a zombie spawner, and we need to get potatoes. Potatoes is the other thing, food item that's kind of been a pain for us to get, but that is something that we can do another time. So I'm going to tell you guys what. I'm going to end the episode off here. I'm going to go up top and start growing some melons so we can add that to our food list. And I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet. I don't see too much more in this area that's super interesting. I don't see any more. And we haven't, like, there's probably a chest over there. I don't know what all the structures look like type of thing, but we got to watch out for the streakers. We've hit at least one, probably two. I think there might be something there, but I'm not sure. We can get a better look. No, it just looks like a bunch of candles. So yeah, there is always the possibility that there's more things down here in terms of chests, but I don't know if they're actually going to be anything worthwhile. So we'll just kind of not worry about it for now. But I'm going to go ahead and start growing some melons. I will get things prepped so that we can breed frogs and get tadpoles. And then that will be 2 more advancements in the husbandry. We need to get a tadpole in a bucket and then have each frog variant on a lead. Whether or not I can make things look nice is probably going to be a no, but at the very least I can I can do things to get the advancements. So that is going to be the plan, and then we'll check in on the Nether and see if we have access. I really get lost in here. If we have access yet to this is the portal, isn't it? Yes, that's the portal. We'll see if we have access to the the Nether Fortress as I struggle to make words. So that is going to be the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!